Now, later on in the show, you're going to see my second report from when I went to South Africa, and I'd like you to introduce you to an amazing 9-year-old boy called Tattoo. But it's time now for my next guest. Now, she created the role of Christine in The Phantom of the Opera, and she's been awarded an incredible 160 gold and platinum discs for her record sales across the globe. And that's not bad, is it, for someone who started out in Pants People on Top of the Pops. A new album, it's called Symphony. Will you please welcome the one and only Miss Sarah Brightman? Come on! Sit yourself down, Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
Nice to meet you.
Head to toe in leather, Miss Brightman. Fabulous.
Well, I'm a bit confused today, actually, because I've been put in a pink dress, I think, to go with your sofa. So you'll have to wake me up for
It's the boots. Look at the boots. Pure Avenger
They
girl.
wanted to take the boots off me, and I said, no, I've got to have my black leather.
Who are these people? We should get them out.
Who are these guys? You take your boots up. No, they're pure Avengers.
Thank you.
Sarah, how lovely to meet you. I've been a fan for years. Ever since I saw you on the Royal Variety doing Jessie Matthews.
Oh, goodness, that was ages ago.
I know, but I've still got it on VT, and it was just an incredible... You did Dancing on the Ceiling, and it was an incredible performance.
She was an amazing star, and not many people sort of remember her or know of her.
Yeah.
So it was a great role to do.
I always hoped that somewhere somebody'd write a musical, and of course you'd play Jessie, because she had a wonderful life as well. She was Soho girl.
Yes, and she did all those amazing old black and white movies that we all love.
Over my shoulder goes...
He knows it all.
He does.
Yeah.
I've brought up by maniacs. You've just come back from Canada, haven't you? How was that?
Yes, actually, you know, it was wild. I was doing, I was on the Juno Awards, which is like the Grammy Awards in Canada, and I was singing with Anne Murray, who is a complete legend, and did a song called Snowbird with her, which is her big song, and it has a country and western feel, and it was quite interesting for me to do something like that. But
how long is it since you last made an album?
5 years.
Oh, is it?
Yes, I've released lots of best-ofs,
but
I wanted to take my time over this one.
And you've recorded this, haven't you, in various locations?
That's right, in Germany, in America, all over the place. And it's a beautiful album. I'm not going to say much about it, but it's definitely one to have if people like this kind of music. It's got classical, pop, all different styles that I've ever worked in. I'm just looking,
there's just about everything on it, isn't it? All sorts of different styles.
Yes.
Are you a perfectionist when you go in the studio?
To tell you the truth, yes.
But that's
drive
great.
Everybody mad.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
I think.
No, it is. I mean, I love my work. I have a huge passion for it, and you know, I just like the arts generally and getting involved in music. And it was just a fun album to do. And what's great about it, because I know that artists often sort of churn albums out year after year, I got to a stage in my career where I was actually able to take some time and realise that it's a great thing to have if you can do that, because it creates a sort of much more interesting album.
There's so many different styles on this. There's gothic. There's even...
Well, it's the roots, you see.
Gothic rock. I mean, have we got a clip, Bess? Well, put it on then, please. Let me see. I want to know, what was it like working with Andrea Bocelli?
It was wonderful. I mean, I first worked with him many years ago, obviously on the song Time to Say Goodbye. And it was fact the song had been out for a while in Europe, and I'd heard it. And I actually called him and I said, look, I've got a great TV show to do. Would you be interested in doing this as a duet? And he came to this studio in Germany, and we first worked together then. And it was amazing. We literally recorded it in like 2 takes, and that was it. It was one of those those pieces, which was obviously going to be an evergreen.
Just worked like that.
Yeah,
bang.
it just did. And it was amazing because it's quite rare to find two voices that sort of like suit and fit with each other's, and ours naturally did, which is hard to find.
It makes it easier as well.
It really does, yeah.
Are you going to go on tour with this album?
I am. I'm starting a world tour at the end of the year. It's starting in Mexico, then doing United States and Canada. That will take me up to Christmas, and then I want to come over here and continental Europe, and then the rest of the world.
Did you study dance as a child? Did you go to stage school and all that? Yeah.
Yes, I did. I did all of that.
Yeah.
And I trained as a really a classical ballet dancer, and then I went into singing sort of later on. So I've been involved in lots of things, and that's probably hence why my sort of recordings are quite eclectic in their taste and what I choose to do. And
it was Dame Joan Sutherland, wasn't it, who made you want to sing? Is that true?
It was Joan Sutherland and Lily Pons.
Oh, Lily Pons, really?
Yes, it was. Yeah, I just loved her voice. I mean, it's such a beautiful voice, and technically it was brilliant as well. So that started me off on the whole opera thing, because I wasn't, and classical singing, because I didn't really know a lot about that area of music. I wasn't brought up in that type of family, but I was just naturally musical, and when I heard these voices, I just thought, I want something to do with this. And
what was your very first job, professional job in the theatre?
I did a musical called I and Albert, and it was directed by the film director John Schlesinger, and it had Polly James in it and a famous Swedish actor called Sven Berteltaub. It was a flop, but I did I was playing the eldest child. It was about Queen Victoria, and it was her eldest daughter. And after that, I mean, there was no, I think I must have been 11, but there was no going back for me after that. I knew that I wanted to perform and, you know, go into theatre, plays, sing, all of those kind of things.
Now, Pan's People, I mean, we all remember Pan's People, all that running to camera and then running off to the right and the left. It was just... I mean, was it tough to get into Pan's People? Well... Because it was such a big group, wasn't it, Pan's People?
It was. I actually came in after the original group was formed and did Top of the Pops. We then went on and took over from them and did other televisions in Britain and also in different parts of the world. And yes, I mean, to be in Pan's People when I was a teenie was like a dream come true, because we were all brought up with that. But the most fun I had, I think, was when then I went into Hot Gossip, because that was a mad, crazy era. And I had a good time with that.
I mean, the routines, you remember the routines for Hot Gossip? They were pretty saucy, weren't they? And did you ever complain about the outfits?
The Mary Quant suits, because, of course, you know, that was the time for all of that sparkly glitter. It's come back many times since then. Yeah, no, it was fun, and the whole sort of costumes, and it was very innovative because David Mallet was directing it, and he was editing in a certain way at that time, which was very new, and it was just, and of course Kenny Everett, who was a genius, and sadly not with us anymore, but a complete genius. So it was just an incredible thing to be involved in.
I was working with Arlene Phillips last year.
I'm sorry, I'm sitting here with my back to you.
I don't, honestly, it's a lovely view. Arlene Phillips last year was doing with the choreography. And Arlene used to talk about Hot Gossip and how groundbreaking it was. Not just the outfits, but the choreography and what she was trying to get to do. And sort of, she's a taskmaster and a half. She used to tell us how hard she used to work. But she gave you a hard time.
I worked with her, you know. I did a benefit with her. And we had to do a number from, City of Angels. And she was like, no, get back.
She's tough,
Get back. But you know, it was a joy to work with her, because isn't it nice to work with somebody who's, again, a perfectionist too?
It's wonderful, because actually, you know, especially as if you're new and you're a young dancer, a young performer, because she gives you a lot of security, she's very safe. She says, no, it's not this way, it's that way. And at that kind of time in your life, you need that guidance. Whereas as you get older, you obviously understand a lot more.
Can you face a clip of I Lost My Heart to a Starship
Troop?
Can you? Go on then, Bird, please. Give me a thrill.
Tell me, Captain Strange, do you feel my devotion? Or are you like a droid, devoid of emotion? Encounters 1 and 2 are not enough for me. What my body needs is close encounter 3. I lost my heart to a starship trooper, crashing line in hyperspace.
Hot gossip. Way.
Yeah, but it's hot even now.
Isn't it? Yeah.
It's still hot now. You look at it now and you just think that what you're wearing and the provocative nature of the
And at the time, we'd seen nothing like hot gossip. You know, dancers were all in a kick line, mainly, like Tiller girls. And then along come these slinky, sexy ladies.
Yes, I know. It was
in outrageous outfits.
It was actually an amazing time then, because you had, it was, I suppose, the end of that 70s disco era.
Yeah.
God, I feel old today.
Taylor, you do.
And, but we're not. We're not
No,
at
we're not.
all. It's
No,
all,
no,
it's
we're
all in the
children.
mind. Exactly. You know, when we were doing promotion for it, we were going around with the Jackson 5 and Kate Bush and Amanda Lear and Chic Lafrique and all of those wonderful acts. So it was good fun.
Sarah, it's lovely to meet you. Really,
it's very nice
good
to meet
luck with
you.
the tour and good luck with the album. Ladies and gentlemen, please, Miss Sarah Brightman, come on.